Hello, and welcome to our consultation on walking and cycling routes in Swansea. This short video introduces the work we are doing on our draft active travel network map and explains how you can have your say. An important aim of Swansea Council and the Welsh Government is to make it easier for people to walk and cycle in Wales. The Council is working hard to provide a network of active travel routes to allow for walking and cycling to become the most natural and normal way of getting around for local journeys. This will also promote health and well-being of everyone and make Swansea a more sustainable and enjoyable place to live. The work that we do is guided by the Active Travel Act, which came into force in 2013 and which defines active travel as journeys on foot or by bicycle to access work, education, entertainment and facilities such as leisure or healthcare. So our focus is on providing routes for purposeful journeys rather than journeys just for leisure. It includes journeys where walking and cycling might be used in combination with public transport. The Act also emphasises the importance of local authorities involving local people and communities when planning routes for walking and cycling. It's important for us to take on board the opinions of people who are new to walking and cycling, as well as those who are already used to getting about by foot and by bike. Under the Active Travel Act, it is a legal requirement for us to produce a walking and cycling map showing both existing and future routes. We have been working on a new active travel network map which will update and replace two maps we are currently using. These are the existing route map and the integrated network map. Our new active travel network map is currently in draft stage. This consultation period gives you the chance to have your say on the map before it becomes finalised. During the early part of 2021, we asked stakeholders and residents about walking and cycling issues and what should go on our new map. This previous round of engagement was particularly focused on identifying gaps in the network and looked at where improvements are needed. We collected your comments via an interactive map on the Commonplace website. We've used this feedback to help us put together our new draft active travel network map. The new draft active travel network map shows all the existing routes for walking and cycling in the Swansea area and highlights the routes we hope to improve or create in the future. The future routes are particularly important because if a walking or cycling route is not shown on the map, we cannot bid for funding to improve it. The new map reflects the comments residents and stakeholders gave in the previous round of engagement. It is essential that we continue to develop the map with input from communities and stakeholders, people who will use these routes and benefit from them in years to come. Our new draft map is now available on our website at www.swansea.gov.uk/draft travel map survey. This forms the basis of a formal 12-week consultation, and we encourage everyone to have their say. Please visit the website and use the online survey to tell us your comments. We would like to hear whether you think we've captured all the routes for walking and cycling and all the improvements that need to be made. Please ensure your comments reach us by 15th of November 2021. Over the next few weeks, we will also be holding various events to discuss the maps and give everyone an opportunity to give their feedback. We hope that these can be face-to-face events if COVID restrictions allow. Please keep an eye on our website for details of these events. We suggest you check back regularly just in case any of our plans change due to COVID issues. When you visit the website, you'll see a series of maps. There is one overall map of the whole network and separate maps for areas around Gorseinon, Clydach, Dunvant, the north part of the city centre and Mumbles. These separate maps allow you to see the individual routes in more detail. The maps show existing routes for walking and cycling as solid green lines. By existing route, we mean a route that has already been established to link up parts of the county. These routes may be shared road space on quieter streets or completely segregated from traffic, such as along the foreshore. Within Swansea, we are fortunate to have an extensive network of existing routes to provide good connections across the city and beyond. Some examples of existing routes are the seafront connecting the city centre and Mumbles, routes through the marina and along Fabian Way connecting the city centre to the new university campus, and also north-south routes along the river connecting the city to Clydach, Morfa and Llansamlet. If something is missing, please tell us about it. Remember, we're looking to identify routes that cater for everyday journeys. For example, those for travelling to work, the shops, schools or colleges. Perhaps you know of a good footpath linking a residential area to a school or an existing cycle route that you use to get to the shops. Please also tell us if you have ideas about how existing routes can be further improved. Future routes are shown on the map as dashed orange lines, and each has a reference number to identify it. These include routes that we have existing plans for improvements, and also routes that people told us they would like to see improved during previous engagement. Many of them are sections which fill gaps in the existing network, and together they provide better connections between key destinations. At this stage, the maps show most future routes as potentially shared use routes for both walking and cycling. A smaller number of routes which are more appropriate for cycling are shown as blue dashed lines. Exact details of all the future routes, including specifically whether they will be for walking, cycling or both, whether they are shared, segregated, how wide they are, which side of the road they will go, and what they will look like will be finalised as we investigate each route further. Each future route will be subject to its own design process and further specific consultation at a later date. On the website, we also have a schedule which lists all future routes and provides more information on each. You can look up detail about a route you're interested in by using the reference number. We want to make sure we have captured all the opportunities to improve walking and cycling routes in the future. We will use this information to help us plan improvements to the network so that everyone has more choice of quality routes in the future. Remember, the focus is on routes which serve everyday journeys rather than routes that are just for your leisure use. Overall, the future routes represent our ideas for a long-term strategic network. As part of finalising the map, we will be identifying which routes are the highest priority to tackle. Routes that were on our previous maps, together with newly identified potential routes, will now need prioritising before we submit the final map to Welsh Government. We'd like to hear your comments on which routes are your top priorities and why. Please feel free to comment on any of the routes. Delivering the future routes will take a number of years and is subject to us securing appropriate funding, but having the routes identified on the map is an important first step, allowing us to plan for the future. As we begin to deliver new routes and improvements, these will each be subject to their own design and consultation process. Once we have gathered all your feedback, we will review the draft map, make changes where necessary, and then late in 2021, we will submit the map to the Welsh Government for approval. Once approved, the map will then form the basis of the work that we do over the next 15 years to improve walking and cycling across the Swansea area. We shall consult with you again on a refreshed version of this map every 3 years. Please visit our website for more details and complete our online survey. Please ensure your comments reach us by no later than the 15th of November 2021. Thank you.